What's up, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of the Rotz Report. I'm your host, Matty, and with me, I have the man, the legend, that is Christopher Ross. How are you today, sir?
I am doing well and can't wait to dive on into and talking about wrestling and always say yeah to NoDQ.com.
Oh, yes. Massive shout out to Aaron and Noah over there. Tonight, we're recording on Tuesday, which is a really busy Tuesday. We have NXT Showdown with TNA and AEW Title Tuesday. So we'll get straight into this as we're recording 1 hour and a half before it starts. So last week's SmackDown, what is your take on how you found SmackDown this past week?
You still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My take on SmackDown, what I got out of it was the Sami Zayn United States Championship Open Challenge. I am really enjoying the Open Challenges every single Friday. We had John Cena as one of his opponents, Carmelo Hayes. We had Javon Evans as one of his opponents. And now, last week, we had Aleister Black. That was a great match with those two. Unfortunately, Aleister Black lost the United States Championship match to Sami Zayn due to the distraction with Damian Priest. Their feud is not over just yet. So we're going to see what all happens with Damian Priest and Aleister Black this coming Friday on SmackDown from Perth. And the other thing what I got out of SmackDown was the main event with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton versus The Vision, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, the Braun Brawns. And I'm going to tell you, I'm shocked that The Vision got a big win over Randy and Cody Rhodes. They needed it to finally get over the hump and push them into the right direction and maybe give them a tag team title run down the road on the Raw side of things. That's where I'm seeing the Vision. I'm taking the tag team titles off a Judgment Day down the road. And also what Paul Heyman said earlier in the night to Cody and Randy to start like tension with those two. And then at the end of Friday Night SmackDown, Cody dropped Seth Rollins to build up more animosity towards the fourth encounter with Seth and Cody at Crown Jewel on Saturday for the Men's Crown Jewel Championship. So that's what I got out of Friday Night SmackDown with this week.
I thought it was a very good storytelling SmackDown. I like the inclusion of the contract signed between Stephanie and Tiffany for a Crown Jewel match. I like the inclusion that they had Julia and Miss James there just causing trouble and making their name on the main stage. But what I'm most looking forward to is the build up they did for next week SmackDown with the Wyatt Sits versus Street Profits. I could see the Street Profits disbanding this weekend, and that build up on SmackDown was really, really good. The promo packaging on the TV, the sketchiness of BFAB, it was really, really good build ups on SmackDown, and I'm really, really looking forward. They've made me look forward even more to next week. Let's get into an action, and I mean action packed Monday Night Raw last night. There's so much to take away from this. How did you find last night in Dallas, Texas?
Well, I feel last night's Raw was entertaining. It was a good show all around. What I got out of Raw last night was definitely the Roman Reigns return once again. And I'm going to tell you this. I feel every single time when Roman Reigns comes back, his returns become more repetitive every single time. And I feel WWE should change having the same old Roman Reigns gets injured, gets taken out of action, and bada bing, bada boom, he comes back at closer to the end of Raw, and then the following week he kicks off Monday Night Raw. So it's the same old repetitive Roman Reigns returns, what I've been seeing for a long time now. So WWE, you need to change everything about Roman Reigns' booking. So, and those two, Roman and Bronson Reed, got into it. They set up their match at Crown Jewel on Saturday, an Australian street fight. I won't spoil who I have until we make our predictions later in the week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but I do know who I have, and you just got to find out and see when we make our predictions. And also the main event last night, the Usos versus CM Punk and LA Knight. Can Punk and Knight coexist? They did coexist for the most part of it, and knowing later LA Knight snuck up a victory. He pinned Jey Uso. Yeet. And CM Punk was like in disbelief. So he was possibly happy about it. The show ended with LA Knight. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on what comes next with LA Knight, because CM Punk said during the promo that he deserves to get his War Heavyweight Championship match back. And I personally feel CM Punk will get a War Heavyweight Championship rematch down the road. I know it's possibly not going to be happening on Crown Jewel. It might happen maybe November 1st, Saturday night's main event. They could do it for Survivor Series, or they might do it for John Cena's final match at Saturday night's main event, or you could do on the last Raw on Netflix of the year, have CM Punk get the War Heavyweight Championship rematch back and take on Seth Rollins. So we're just going to have to find out and see, but that's what I took out of Raw for this week.
I totally agree with you on that, with the Roman Reigns returns. Totally agree. I think it was a really, really good Raw. The only two things I got away with it was Maxine Dupree put on a banger last night against Becky Lynch, and fair play to Jess Carr for speeding up the count a little bit when Maxine got back in the ring. But that's a good storyline going down. Becky, delusional, big-headed ego-ness, causing her matches. And the other thing on the Monday Night Raw was the Penta and Dirty Dom storyline continuing. I'll include Rusev on that now. And it's going to be a really, really good match. Chris?
Yes.
I thought you had your hand up, sir. Yeah, but it was a really good Raw. It was a good go-home show for Raw. And, I think the only thing with the WWE at the moment why people are not liking the show. It's not because of the product; it's how they're paying for the product. I feel the tickets are getting stupidly bloody expensive, and when they're at the show, and then the vendors are getting even more worse when they're overcharging more stuff. So it's a love hate at the moment with WWE, but hopefully TKO see sense and lower the ticket pricing. So let's get into NXT for tonight. The preview. There is 5 matches, I do believe, that's on tonight. Let's start off with Ethan Page versus Mustafa Ali for the North American title, where Mustafa Ali, who was owed a title shot before he got released from WWE a couple of years ago, never received it, but now he is. Who have you got for this?
I feel this match tonight with Ethan Page and Mustafa Ali, they're gonna put on a good show tonight with those two. It's gonna be a good, solid match. I have All Ego Ethan Page retaining the NXT North American Championship. I would love for Mustafa Ali to get the North American Championship and to carry it into TNA. I just don't think Mustafa is the right person to take down Ethan Page as champion. I would like Ethan Page to continue the North American Championship run that he's been doing. And I feel 2 solid persons that I could see dethrone Ethan Page for that North American Championship is they could do Miles Bourne being the one to dethrone Ethan Page, or another one. He is the AAA Latina champion, Dr. Ragnar Jr. So one of those two I could see dethrone Ethan Page as champion. So Ethan Page's North American Championship run will continue after Showdown tonight.
That's a very, very fair shout. I agree with you. I think Ethan Page will win. But I think this match could be a really good show stealer, and I really look forward to it because I miss watching Mustafa Ali on NXT. I thought he was really good, and we could be in for a surprise. You never know with NXT; they do surprises us with sometimes.
And hey, every Tuesday on NXT, surprises could happen every single Tuesday. So
exactly.
Just buckle up. We're going to be on an ultimate thrill ride.
The next match is the winner takes it all for the TNA and NXT Tag Team Championships. Everyone is barred from ringside, apart from the Dudleys that are in the audience tonight. The Hardys versus Dark State. Part of the Dark State will be Dion Lennox and Griffin. Who have you got for this one?
I'm going to let you go first on this one.
So I think they need tag titles for Bound for Glory. They definitely need this. I want the Hardys to win and take both titles in that tables match. And if the Dudleys win and they get the TNA titles, that would be brilliant. That means the Dudleys could still go on, and then we still have the Hardys on WWE programming. So for me, it's definitely the Hardys. And if Dark State loses, they'll get the titles back in a month or so at Halloween Havoc. It's just a nostalgia moment for us in this match. So I'll go Hardys. What about you, Chris?
Well, I'm going to agree with you. I feel tonight the Hardys are definitely going to take the NXT Tag Team Championships, and I'm going to say that Shawn Michaels is going to have to come out tonight, and he is going to have to give the NXT Tag Team Champions to the Hardys from TNA. Well, we've been seeing with is he the TNA president or Carlos Silver? Is he the TNA president or what?
Yeah, Carlos is.
Okay, so what we've been seeing with the TNA president have to give the TNA champions to the NXT superstars. It's going to happen tonight. Sean's going to come out and reward the Hardys with the NXT Tag Team Champions. And before I got on here, the Hardys are scheduled to compete at House of Glory in a couple of days, and they're going for the tag team titles over there. So I could see the Hardys winning the NXT tag team titles tonight and also winning the House of Glory tag team champions as well. And they could be tag team champion belt collectors at the end of this. And I do feel the Hardys are going to go into the tables match this Sunday at Bound for Glory with the Dudleys holding both sets of tag team champions. And it was announced earlier today that the TNA tag team champions, the Hardys, versus the NXT tag team champions, Dark State, winner take all match will officially kick off NXT at 8 o'clock Eastern time live on the CW. So buckle up. That match will kick off NXT tonight.
Oh, what a banger that's going to be tonight. The next match is the Team NXT versus Team TNA 4-on-4 Women's Survivor Series Tag Team match. Jordan Grace will be the special guest referee. For Team NXT, we have JC James, Miss Parker, Sol Ruka, and Lola Vice. For TNA, we have Kalani Jordan, the TNA Women's Champion, The Inspiration, Jessie McKay, and Cassie Lee, and Mara Sadi. Who have you got for this?
I got the NXT Women's team to winner because I feel the NXT team is the stronger team out of the TNA team. The TNA team is just weak, and I don't think they're going to have a chance tonight with the NXT team. And I'm going to tell you, Sol Ruka, she's going to be the human highlight reel of the whole entire match tonight. So keep an eye out for Sol Ruka. So NXT is going to win for the women's side tonight.
I would definitely not call the TNA Women weak. However, I agree with you. The Team NXT Women are freaking all-star team, and they will win tonight, I guarantee. But I think Jordan Grace will call it down the line, but I think JC Jane will be the only elimination from NXT, and that will cause so much trouble over the next few weeks going into Halloween Havoc. But definitely NXT Women for me also.
Is it an elimination match or is it just...
Yeah, it's a Survivor Series kind of match, I get all day, so it's literally elimination.
Oh, okay.
Which I think happens for the next match. Will be very interesting. So I think the main event will be this. It'll be Team NXT versus Team TNA 4-on-4 Men's Survivor Series Tag Team match. Joe Hendry will now be the special guest referee. Team NXT is Ricky Saints, Tricky Williams, Javon Evans, and Miles Bourne. On Team TNA, we have Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose, and the X Division champion Leon Slater. I have Team TNA on this. I feel Tricky Williams is going to do some stupid stuff for Team NXT, and it's going to cost them the match. So I got Team TNA on this. Who have you got for this main event?
I'm totally agree with you. I have Team TNA winning this. Trick Williams, well, we saw last week on NXT, with Trick Williams being a co-captain with Ricky Saints. I just don't trust Trick Williams right now. So, and also, we're going to be seeing a sneak preview of Leon Slater, Javon Evans, what they are going to be doing for the X Division Championship this Sunday at Bound for Glory. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to purchase the pay-per-view on Sunday and to see this match. I'm looking forward to that match on Sunday with Javon Evans, Leon Slater. They're going to be putting on a banger of a match that I'm going to be on the edge of my seat. And we're going to be hearing, "This is awesome. This is awesome," chant this Sunday for the X Division Championship. I can't wait for that match. So, Team TNA for the win.
It's definitely gonna be bouncy. I like this match concept. I like the relationship between these two of TNA and NXT, and hopefully after this it lives on a bit more. However, the reason why they're doing this is because on the other channel in AEW is Title Tuesday at the Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. This is a special episode due to on a Tuesday because of the Major League Baseball. So let's get into the matches. First matchup is the Hurt Syndicate versus the Demand. It's a street fight. I got Hurt Syndicate because I think they're going to avenge their loss at the previous pay-per-view. Who have you got for Hurt Business versus the Demand in street fight?
I totally agree with you. I feel Hurt Syndicate is going to take the dub in this match. And I'm going to tell you, I'm happy on what I've said on the when we did our predictions for AEW All Out. I said Ricochet and GOA gained win. Was happy that they got the win at All Out. But tonight, this is Hurt Syndicate's time to prove to them that we are the better team.
Oh, totally agree. The next matchup is a double Jeopardy eliminator match. If Brodino wins, whoever gets the win will earn a future AEW Continental Championship match. If Takashita and Okada wins, they will earn a future AEW World Tag Team Championship match. So it's Brado versus the Don Callis family. I mean, there's so many of them, but who have you got for this one?
This is a tough one to call. I'm just going to say I'm going to go with Brodito to get the win.
That's the first shout. In our prediction in the MWL and the Renegade, I gone for the Don Callis family because I feel there's so many of them now. And with Andrade being on there now, I feel they'll cheat it for the win now. So I think they'll get a future AEW Tag Team title match in the near future. But there's so many of Don Callis family, it's hard to face them now.
You can't keep track of any of them.
Exactly. And because there's more people getting released now in WWE, who knows when the Don Callis family will get more of them. The third match, we have a AEW TBS Championship Open Challenge match. We have Mercedes Moné versus a opponent to be announced. There's so many rumors going about who it might be. Nikki Blackheart, stuff like that. So who have you got for this match, even though it's an open challenge?
I'm just going to go with the CEO. CEO, 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 and you know the rest. So I got the CEO, Mercedes Moné, taking this. And if we're going to do a prediction on who we feel is going to be facing Mercedes Moné, I'm going to make a bold prediction right now. It's going to be the debuting Dakota Kai.
Ooh. Does she live in Florida?
I think she does.
Because I remember Monet said the person's got to be living in Florida. If that's so, then that's a good shout. I think it's Nikki Blackheart because she's making so much noise on the Indies and she lives in Florida. So, but I have Mercedes Monet will win by hook and crook. But there's so many people that could come out and face her is unbelievable. But yeah, Monet will win again. Fourth match is the Battle of the Kyles. It's the AEW NXT title match. Kyle Fletcher puts his title on the line against Kyle O'Reilly. I have Kyle Fletcher because they're building up more for Kyle Fletcher anyway. So it's a simple win, a simple prediction, but who have you gone for?
I'm totally agree with you. I got Kyle Fletcher retain the TNT championship tonight.
I think this match could be the showstealer though. Because I
totally agree with you on that. That this match is going to literally steal the show, and they're going to build up more with Kyle Fletcher down the road, and eventually Kyle Fletcher will be AEW World Champion down the road. So we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer until Tony Khan pulls the trigger and Kyle Fletcher as AEW World Champion.
Oh, totally agree. And to watch Kyle O'Reilly wrestle is always a freaking pleasure also. The fifth match is Orange Cassidy versus Pac. I got Orange Cassidy for this. I think he'll get revenge on Pac from last week. And I think they need to build up Orange Cassidy a bit more so he could go out for the AEW and TNT title. So definitely got to be Cassidy on this. What about you?
Well, I'm just going to give the people what they want. Simple as that.
He's going to pick whoever. He's going to pick whatever. Well, we're both in agreement on that one. Number 6 match of the night is Jurassic Express, Jack Perry and Luchasaurus versus a team to be announced in a tag team special match. I think it probably will be the Young Bucks or something like that. But who have you got for this match?
I got Jurassic Express to win tonight, and I do feel they're going to build towards Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks for AEW Wrestle Dream.
Yeah, so I think after Wrestle Dream will be like a number 1 contender. So whoever wins that will face Rodino or whoever it will be by then. But yeah, I got Jurassic Express because I just love Tarzan Boy.
Yeah.
And the last match on the card is Jon Moxley versus Tomohiro Ishii. This is going to be a shot fest. This will be physical. This will be Jon Moxley's win. Who have you got for yourself?
I'm totally in agree with you. Jon Moxley, he's going to win. They got to build Jon Moxley up to go face Darby Allin in an I Quit match at AEW Wrestle Dream. That match is going to be probably brutal, is going to be intense, and I'll make an early prediction. Jon Moxley is going to be bleeding as always. So Jon Moxley gets the win tonight, and that's how they're going to keep the build towards Jon Moxley, Darby Allin for Wrestle Dream.
That's a fair shout. That is a fair shout. And it's kind of weird looking through this matches. There's no Hangman Page. So there must be some segment there with Hangman Page tonight. But
actually, there is a segment with Hangman Adam Page, as we are going to get a face-to-face with Hangman Adam Page and Samoa Joe as they build towards their battle for the AEW World Championship at Wrestle Dream.
is there anything on Tony Storm and Chris Slatlanter? Because there's no matches for them tonight at the moment.
I don't think there is. I think there is. I think I have it on social media. If I go to AEW on Instagram, you guys have to just get a moment with that. I think they are going to be advertised for AEW Collision on Saturday, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're
it's going to happen on Thursday. No, it's going to happen on AEW Collision with Chris Statlander and Tony Storm.
That's fair enough. Their promo last week, segment in the ring was brilliant, and how they produced it was really, really good, just laying in the ring. So we need more Tony Storm and Chris, that's for sure. So that is our review and for tonight's wrestling. We're back again on Thursday, albeit nothing else happens. On Thursday we have what happened on NXT and Title Tuesday. We also will do the review for the SmackDown in Perth and Crown Jewel and Bound for Glory. So there's a lot of for us to do on Thursday. It will be a live show. Thankfully, it was a live show tonight because we've had a little bit of technical problems. With Chris going CEO, lucky enough, a friend from Boston didn't know this was a recording, a live recording, because he would have just killed Rotz. So, Justin loves you really. But yeah, great show once again. We're available on all social media outlets. We're all available on podcast outlets and on YouTube. So leave a review and a comment. Who do you think might win tonight? And your predictions for this weekend. And where can people find you, Chris?
Well, thank you for us to do this show tonight. Where you guys could find me at is on my Instagram, CMROTZ_1316. My Facebook is Christopher Rotz. My X account is CRotz24. You guys can find me on those social media platforms. You could connect with me. We could talk about anything. We could talk about sports. We could talk about movies, music, video games, TV shows, anything that you really want to talk about. I'm down on making friends all the time. I'm nice. I am sweet. I am kind. I'm a good-hearted person. So hit me up and we'll chat and we'll start building a friendship from here on. What Matty alluded to, on Thursday, we're going to be giving a quick review on NXT versus TNA Showdown tonight. Also, AEW Title Tuesday. And then we're going to be giving our predictions for this Saturday's Crown Jewel and also this Sunday with TNA Bound for Glory. And then we're going to be doing a preview for Friday Night SmackDown on Thursday. We'll put the video out when the show gets done on Thursday. So please check that out on demand services, and always stay positive, and always cherish your mentality, and always enjoy professional wrestling. And hopefully you guys enjoy tonight. And that's what I'm going to say to close out the night.
Exactly. You can find Wrestling Pedigree on our Facebook. We can find our Instagram and YouTube page, Wrestling Pedigree 92. You can find me on Twitter on Matty W freaking A. And from myself, Rotz, enjoy wrestling tonight, tomorrow, and the weekend. And stay positive, guys. Thank you for joining us.